Hello, hi, good morning. So, this is another. Oh, my camera moved. So, this is another video of me reading a book. And currently I'm reading this, The Let Them Theory. I think the last reading was also from this book. And today, while I was reading this part, I could greatly connect it to it. I could say that, oh my god, this is what I'm thinking about, and now I get to read it. Now I get to take a bit of wisdom from Mel, the author of this book, that yeah, we can do something like this. Although things what we get to do, we already know about it, but then when you actually see somebody doing it and taking an example of them, you can start implementing them as well, right? So yeah, this is something that I am so excited to read about today. But before that, I want to set a context. It's about adult friendships. Since being an adult, it's difficult to uh, get to maintain those friendships that you already have, and then to create a new friendship. That is the hardest part, because we have come to this particular phase of our life that we don't want to talk with people and see that maybe that person is not right, or maybe that person is not up to match our energy, match our vibe, so we don't even try to go into that zone. And sometimes it also feels like a fake thing that for example, when I used to travel, when I go somewhere, specifically in traveling I'm saying this, and I'm sitting in a cafe having breakfast or something, having some meal, and i'll I'll just say hello and like good morning and all those things. But then I feel that why don't I do that where I actually live? This is something that very basic, but this comes out naturally when I'm traveling, because maybe that's everyone is random, everyone is stranger, and they all came to travel, and they all came to here for to clear their mind and all. And I think this is what make me relax and speak to them upfront, maybe just wishing them good morning or something like that. So I'm reading this excerpt and I realized that this should be done in your day to day life as well. Um, Talking with strangers, of course. Like, it's not talking with strangers per se, it's about finding your energy in adult, when you are in adulthood, because it's really important. You feel lonely if you don't have friends. You actually feel lonely. I actually feel uh, lonely because all of my friends are scattered in a different cities, and of course proximity is important, as Mel beautifully mentioned in her book, that proximity is really important. I get it. Yeah, proximity is important. If I live like 100 blocks, like one block, not 100 blocks, one block from my friend, it's easier to get in touch with her, or just to see her like randomly. It's that easy. But then if you are living far, it's difficult to maintain those relationships, and everyone, specifically in adulthood, have so many things to do, so maybe they are in different phases of their life, and it's difficult, right, to maintain it. So coming back to this reading, I'm actually when I, so for example, I came uh, to a flight from a, I came through a flight, and some girl was sitting beside me, and it took me almost 1 hour or 2 hours to just say hello to her. I was thinking that I should introduce myself to her, this, so that we can talk about it something, because that's when you get to meet people, when you go out, right? You cannot meet people while you're sitting at home reading or recording this video. So yeah, so I when I go for a walk, I try to speak with somebody who I see on a daily basis, but I don't do that because it feels so weird and it feels so random to what will they think about me. Maybe they are not in the zone to talk about anything. That's what, there is something that is happening in my mind. So anyways, so this is the same topic that Mel is talking about. So she moved to a new place, uh, and she doesn't know anybody of her age, and she's in her mid 50s. She's in her 50s, not, I don't know, mid 50s or what, but yeah. And so she's saying, after 1 year of uh, sitting alone in loneliness, uh, she get this, that she will go and try uh, introducing her first. So that's what we are going with. So the topic is the habit of going first. Let me be the first to introduce myself. Let me be the first to say, I'm new here. How long have you lived here? Let me be the first to say, if you ever want to go for a walk, let me know. Here is my number. Slowly but surely, one awkward conversation at a time, I not only met my people, I found some of my most favorite people I have ever met in my life in this small rural town where she is shifted. And if I can make amazing friends in my 50s, you can make amazing friends too, wherever you live, at whatever age you are. It's never too late because everyone wants and needs friendship in their life. Even if people already have their friend group, there is always room for someone you truly click with. All of you have to do, all you have to do is go first. Be the one to say hi to whoever is around you. It makes all the difference. I didn't do I didn't do that for a long time. For the year that I sat in my house crying, even when I went out. I was closed off. I would walk into a coffee shop, see the same people, and I knew no one's name because I didn't ask. That's what, I didn't know anybody. That's why I didn't know anybody. I kept to myself, I didn't talk to anyone. The second I started going first, I walked into the same coffee shop that I had most days for an entire year. And as the cashier rang me up, I said, I'm Mel. What's your name? He said, Kevin. When he handed me the coffee, I said, thanks, Kevin. So when I sat down with my coffee, I immediately opened up my phone and created a new contact file for a coffee shop. In the notes section, I added Kevin, the tall barista with a bird. I did it right away because I was afraid I would forget his name and if I waited until I got into the car. And that's true. And that's interesting that she wrote about it. Next, I turned to the young couple who I had seen morning after morning at the coffee shop, but never spoken to before. Hey guys, I see you here a lot. I just moved to the area. I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Mel. What's your name? It feels like I'm reading a book, a kid's book, where people are introducing themselves. Specifically, when you are reading a new language, maybe in English, maybe in French, maybe in anything. It's it feels something like this right now to me. Anyways, going forward, Gregory and Jordan, the people's name, the couple's name, couldn't have been nicer. I immediately put their names in my coffee shop contact under Kevin's name in the notes section with a short description. Cute married couple, moved from Los Angeles, baby is adorable. Then I asked them how long they lived in the area. Turns out they had just moved here a year ago too. Next, I asked them what they did. You want to know something crazy? Gregory works in the podcast business and Jordan is a psychologist. What are the odds? And to think I spent a year sitting 10 feet away from two people who I had so much in common with. What I was doing in a coffee shop goes way deeper than making small talk. I was starting to create community for myself. The warmth you offer, others always finds its back to you. Simply knowing all the names of the familiar faces around you will make you feel more connected to where you live. Plus, the more people you meet, the faster you will find the people you truly connect with. And there are even more benefits to this. By going first, you create a connection that has a huge impact on your well being and happiness. And it is often overlooked. Researchers say the kinds of people you sit next to at the coffee shop or stand next to in the elevator in your building are not strangers, they are weak ties. These people are super powerful and an important part of your life. They can become a foundation you build that lifts you up in your day to day routine. Learn their names, say hello, pet their dogs, put descriptions in your contacts so that you can refresh your memory before you walk into the coffee shop tomorrow. One conversation at a time, I started creating my social scaffolding, this network of people around me that I knew by first name. Hi Kevin, hi Gregory, hi Jordan, which made me feel a little less lonely. It's also how I met one of my new closest friends, David. We were living a mile away from each other for a year, and we never met because we were both sitting alone in our houses, feeling sorry for ourselves. We started as a hello in a coffee shop, and now he is one of my most favorite people in the entire world. And he and his husband have become like family. If I can do it, so can you. Let them Theory is going to help you take this on. Will some people be a little awkward? Yes, let them. Will most people be warm and receptive? Yes, let them. Creating friendships really is about the let me part. And here are some things I did to make myself go first. So she's divided into the four parts. First, compliment people wherever you go. I like your shoes. I like your nail print. Yeah, I like your rubber band. I say I like your earrings most of the time because I actually like them. Be curious, the other part. Ask them what they're reading, ask them what they ordered. Yeah, this I tend to do because for some reason, some other table, I find it fascinating to, oh my god, what they ordered, this looks so beautiful. The third point, smile and say hello to anyone and everyone you pass or meet. This is the difficult part for me that I have just said in the beginning of the video. It's difficult to speak up, and to say hello to the people who are just crossing you. Yeah, do this without expectation. This is something that I actually wanted to read to you. The reason to be warm to strangers is because simply creating connections with other people will improve your life. The warmth you give to others always find its way back to you. Trust that the more you do this without expecting someone to invite you out to dinner or someone to immediately click, the faster the right people find their way to you. You can think about it in terms of energy. You are opening up your energy, knowing that the people that are truly meant to be in your life are going to match it naturally. Loneliness is real, but you are not stuck there. It's hard to put yourself out there, but it's harder to stay in your house and feel lonely. I'd rather you have an awkward moment that continue to feel lonely. And I know you would too. And finally, give it a year. Building a network of warm connections that make you feel like you're a part of community is a vital layer of friendship as an adult. It was shocking